Okay, so I think in the last class we discussed about the his operation management and supply chain career opportunity. I think this is the last time, right? So there means if we talk about the operation management, means again if I repeating the main thing, what is the operation management? Okay, so first we discussed in the last session. Operation means every organization means you can take any organization. Okay, so that they produce some good or maybe they provide some services. Okay, so if you take the example, like if I take the example of Maruti, so they produce the goods in the form of the automobile. Okay, if I talk about the Honda, they produce the goods in terms of the providing the product, or you can say the tangible good. Okay, so good. So now the next is some company maybe provide the services. Okay, so like if you talk about the Pizza Hut, that is a service company. If you talk about the means any restaurant, that is a service based company. Okay, if you talk about the means means some showroom, so that is the service based company. They provide the service. When we talk about any organization, okay, so they produce good and services. Every organization produce what? If I quickly repeat, good and services. Okay, so if I one take the hmm. So every organization produce good and services. Okay. So maybe you can say some organization produce means tangible product like car, like means you can say the four wheeler, you can say the some furniture related thing. So that all are the pen. Even you can consider, okay, even you can consider the laptop. So these are the tangible products. So that's why it will come into the good. When I talk about the service, means it is an intangible product. Means it provides the means some time. It provides the some facility, okay, and some psychological value. So when I talk about the education system, like IIM Jammu is what is providing the services, so it is a service based organization. When I talk about the hospital is the service based organization. So you take any means company, any organization, you will see they produce good or they will produce the services, and on the basis of that they gain the profit and they actually contribute to the society. So that is the main part. So good and services. Okay, so how to produce this good and services? For producing these good and services, you require some input. So that input will be the manpower, that input will be the, you can say, the labor, that input can be the means capital, that input can be the energy consumption, that input, like that many input you can consider. So that input you converting into these food and services. Okay, even material also I unable to write properly, but these are the some inputs, and with the help of this input, you will get, means you will do the some transformation process, and you will get the good and services. So suppose if I want to produce again, if I quickly take the example, if I want to produce this pen, for this pen I required some manpower, I required some material, okay, as well as I required some machines, I required energy, I required capital, as well as I required some other miscellaneous thing. Okay, so that thing is the requirement, that is the input. Now the next point, how to convert this input. So there's some transformation process will be there. Means we will pass the material into the machine. Okay, so and there's some skilled worker will do this all the activity, whatever thing is required. So that activity, that process to convert this input into the output, the process to convert this all the input into the output, that is nothing but the operation, as I discussed in the last class. That is the operation. Okay, and to manage this operation properly, to manage this particular operation properly, we require some management skill. That is nothing but the management, operation management. Okay, so that part I discussed in the last session. So now maybe again, now you understood. Suppose maybe some student attend this IOM first time. In that case, it will help. Okay, so again the thing is like that. Okay, when I say we provide the good and services. Okay, I means any organization provide good and services, but how much you need to provide, means you need to produce the service. How much you need to produce goods, okay, in your organization, so you will be in the good position, or you will be utilizing your resources properly. So just assume that suppose a particular product, suppose I'm again taking this particular pen, and the demand of this particular pen is the 1 lakh. Okay, just assume that in the month the demand is just is 1 lakh. Okay, just I'm assuming. So now that demand you will get, means your maybe your marketing team will be suggest, or maybe the you did the forecasting and you identify the demand, the future demand in the market will be 1 lakh. Okay, or just assume like that, in this month December, this particular product demand is 1 lakh. Okay, now if you produce more than 1 lakh, okay, in your organization, just assume that you produce approx 1.5 lakh. Okay? So it is a good or not? It is a good or not? Just tell class.
But
Hmm.
I think it should be. It is a waste of resources. First of all, like we have to store all these 0.5 lakh things, but at the same time, we will also have a safety margin when the goods are. If the forecast is a little deviant, it is a little more than 1 lakh, then we will be able to supply goods to the market as well.
Yes, yes. So good. Okay, because means you can say, okay, I have means more than 50 products. So suppose sometime the demand of that particular product is increased. In that case, we are safe, and we can easily means provide that much services and the product on time. So that is the one plus point. But the 50,000 is very large. Okay, if you try to manage the 50,000 thing, one minute, okay, I'm sorry. Okay, where we are. Just sorry, sorry. I will check. Okay. So I'm sorry. Now, am I audible? Yes, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay, okay. So just we discussed if means particular this product ban requirement is only 1 lakh and we produce the 1.5 lakh. Okay, so if we produce the 1.5 lakh, it means what we are producing the 50,000 extra product. Okay, so 50,000 we produce, so that is very high. That much demand suddenly will not change. Okay, because 1 lakh maybe means you will get the idea to okay the next month demand, even that part we will discuss in the forecasting. If the demand of the future month or the demand of the future period is suppose 1.1 lakh, sometime you will predict that is the 99,000 like that. You will do the some prediction part, and on the basis of that you need to do the entire planning. So that is the I think chapters this fourth in your book, so that we will discuss. But the point is, if you produce more than demand, okay, more than demand, if you produce, it means what? You are wasting your resources. Means your resource is not that means you are utilizing properly. So that's why means goods will be costly. Okay, because what if you produce 1,50,000 means your manpower utilization is means more actual requirement for 1 lakh, but you are using more manpower, you are using more machines, you are using more energy, you are using more capital. So means what? You are wasting your manpower, you are wasting all the inputs. So that is the one thing. You are wasting all the inputs. Okay. So this will also not appreciate. You should not like that you are producing like anything without planning, and that production is very high. Okay. In that case, means you are wasting resources, and it will be the costly. It will costly because customer this means the customer who buy this 1 lakh product, they paying actually for 1.5 lakh product, because you will plan the MRP and all thing on the basis of the utilization of the input, and no one want to pay means more than that. Means if you charging more, in that case you will lose the customer also. So the point is, this is not appreciated. Okay, even maybe you confused. Okay, this is only for the manufacturing industry. This is only for the product-based company. No, if you see the services, okay, and if I talk about the simple saloon, okay, in the if you suppose just assume that you are the owner of that particular saloon, and you seen there every day 100 approx 100 people visit in your saloon. Okay, now the case is, if you made the planning, okay, this 100 people related service you need to provide. Okay, the saloon service you need to provide to these 100 people every day. For that you will do the means what the machine is required, that planning you will do, as well as how many manpower is required to provide the service on time. So that entire thing, as well as the capital, how much capital is required, and what are the other resources required. Okay, so that planning you will make. Okay, suppose there every day 100 people visit in your store, but you made the planning, you allocate the manpower, machine, capital for the 200 people. Okay, it means what? It means you wasting your manpower. You are paying this man means manpower. Okay, for the 200 people, and like that your cost, service cost will be increased, and that cost actually need to pay by the customer. And otherwise, you will be in the means you will be in the loss part. Okay, so the point is, in that case, in the service industry also, suppose you provide the services which is not required, which is more than means demand. In that case also, you are wasting your manpower, you are wasting the entire resources, and it will be the costly. Are you getting my point? The first point, are you able to understand? What is the thing? Means it is not appreciated in
Yes,
any
sir.
organization. Okay, the supply is greater than demand, that then it is not appreciated. And I'm talking about some general thing. Maybe you will see if some company producing more than supply, because maybe their seasonality is present. Suppose you are working in the some organization like Blue Star, as well as their is Voltas. That these are the some company which produce the air condition. Okay, so now air condition demand. Just assume that. is we know that the air condition demand suddenly will increase in the summer vacation in the summertime. Okay, so now in the summertime the demand is more. So sometimes company maybe make some strategy. Okay, in the winter time we will produce this much amount of the more product that storage facility also we have. So that is the means strategy of the organization. So that also we will discuss. So but the general thing is like that. When I talk about in the limited time period, your supply and demand means should be equal. That is the ideal condition. If supply is more, in that case you are wasting the resources and it may be the cost. The next point, okay, the requirement of this product again is just assume that 1 lakh and I'm producing only 80,000, or just assume that I'm producing the 70,000. Okay, the requirement is 1 lakh and I'm producing the 70K. Okay, so in that case, uh, what would be the means impact? Can you tell me in that particular case what would be the impact?
So there would be loss of revenue.
Yes, means suppose their requirement is 1 lakh, you are producing the only 70,000. Okay, so 30,000 demand is still in the market, right? So that particular customer will go to the another organization, will buy that particular thing to the another company. In that case, you will lose the opportunity. Okay, you will lose the customer. Your customer will not satisfy. So that is the thing. You are losing the opportunity, which means which actually impact to your revenue, which actually impact to the profit of the organization. So that is again part. You should produce as per the market demand. If market demand of this particular product is 1 lakh, you need to produce 1 lakh product. Okay, or you should be able to provide 1 lakh product on time. So according to that, you need to do the entire capacity planning in your organization. Capacity planning is also the means one chapter in the textbook. So we will go to that particular part. Okay, even forecasting, how to identify this particular demand. That is a forecasting part that also we will cover. So so here, if you produce less than demand, it means you are losing the opportunity. Okay, you are losing the opportunity. You are losing your means revenue generation means opportunity. You are losing the profit generation opportunity, and the most important point, that particular customer will go to the another organization, will go to the another company. Means you are losing the customer also, and customer will not satisfied in that particular case. So what is the ideal thing? Means suppose the demand in the market is the 1 lakh. Okay, just I'm writing here 1 lakh. So you should produce 1 lakh. Okay, so that is the actual ideal condition. Okay, so issue is like that. Okay, 1 lakh we need to produce if demand is 1 lakh. That is the ideal condition. Okay, but the issue is how to identify the exact demand. That is the actually forecasting part, and perfect forecasting you can't do. Some amount of the fluctuation will be there. So forecasting, there we will discuss how to identify the demand of the next month, of the next year. That thing we will do. Okay, so you will get the approximate value. Okay, and that approximate value help you. Okay, that approximate value help you to do the proper planning in the entire industry, to do the proper means resource planning, proper material planning, proper equipment planning, tool planning. Entire thing is depend on the forecasting. Okay, so on the basis of the forecasting, you can identify what is the demand in the future, and then you can produce that much quantity of the product. You can produce or provide that much services on time. So that is the ideal condition. Okay, so that's why forecasting is also one of the important part that we will discuss. But what is the ideal condition? Supply should be equal to the demand. And again, if you see the Japanese philosophy, they say produce just in time. So the whenever you will get the demand, the same time are you able to produce that particular product, then no need to maintain the inventory and all things. So that is the one concept they given, as well as there are many concepts to match this particular philosophy. Like there is the I mean, see, we will go to the quality management part. So that is also talking about can we maintain the food quality as per the customer requirement. Okay, so that slowly we will discuss. The thing is, the ideal condition is supply should be equal to the demand. So that is the requirement, and we try to do is every organization try to do supply approximate on the basis of the demand, and then that particular organization will be successful. Okay, so you are supplying the approximately equal to the demand. In that case, you will be successful in the market. Okay, so any doubt till now, class? Any doubt?
No, sir.
Okay, the next point, the scope of the operation management. So here, what are the scope of operation management? And suppose you, after your means this particular means course, maybe means after this particular program, you will join some organization and you will work in the operation management department. So what is the work of the operation management department? What are the function which actually means come inside the operation management department? So here some mention what are the scope and you can say the operation function which are actually come inside the operation management department. First one is the forecasting. Forecasting means we try to predict what is the future demand of a particular product, and we try to predict what is the future demand of a particular services with the help of the historical data, with the help of the some survey, with the help of the some expert opinion, with the help of the some experience in that particular domain. So that is the forecasting part. Means here we try to predict what is the future demand. Okay, in when we talk about the forecasting, in especially focused in the operation area. There also you can do the forecasting for weather, forecasting for the inflation in the economics. So that this forecasting is applicable in the all field, but I'm here focusing more on the operation management. In operation management, we try to do the forecasting for the future demand of the services of the goods. The next point is capacity planning. Okay, so how to do the proper capacity planning? So that is also part of the operation management. If you know, what is the future demand of the product. Suppose the future demand is 1 lakh. So according to that, means this is a future demand. First you will do the forecasting, and that forecasting is the input for the capacity planning. On the basis of that, you will see, okay, 1 lakh is the demand of a particular product in the market in the next month. Okay, so according to that, we have sufficient amount of the resources, we have sufficient amount of the manpower or not, that you need to check. We have sufficient amount of the space, our location is proper or not, so we can provide on time this particular product to the end consumer. Okay, so that entire thing will come into the capacity planning. Okay, there you will check as per the future demand, we have resources or not in our organization. As per the future demand, we have the manpower or not, we have the tool or not, we have the equipments or not in our organization, we have the proper means energy, means in short you can say the electrical and whatever the energy is required, that is available inside the plant, inside the organization or not. So that entire part will come into the capacity planning. So that is actually their input is the forecasting. Means if you do the proper forecasting, then you can do properly capacity planning. When we need to produce that particular product, that is the scheduling. Again, you will decide there may be the many product your organization provide. Okay, your organization may produce this type of the pen, then they will produce this type of the pen. So these are the different product. So when a particular product we need to produce, maybe your organization provides different services. Okay, so when we need to give a particular service, what will be the time schedule? Okay, when you are working in suppose DMart and any store market, okay, there also you will do the scheduling. When we need to open that particular service, what time is the opening time of that particular service, when we need to open our saloon, when we need to open our supermarket. So that is the scheduling part. So we will get the maximum means profit, and we can generate the maximum amount of the revenue. So that scheduling is also one of the critical things. So right now, if you see, if you search on the Google Map about any store, okay, any service-based organization, any store, you will see when that means in the Google Map even that is available, when they will open that particular shop, when the particular shop will be closed. Okay, as well as the you can see when the rush is high in a particular uh, store. Means if I talk about the DMart, you will see, if you just search after this class, then you will see there a graph is available that show the visitor quantity and visitor in a particular time period. Okay, so they have a historical data. Google have a historical data. Okay, how much people generally visit, and on the basis of that, they try to just make the one graph. You will see graph like if I quickly produce here 1 minute, you will see the graph like this. Okay, so this is the suppose 8 a.m. the number of people maybe visit. Then you will see the 9 p.m. enable to write, but then next you can say what is the I think okay, so these are the 10 p.m. So you are seeing, okay, okay, with respect to the time, the number of people is increasing. I'm sorry, this is the 10 a.m. you can consider, and it may be more in line 11 a.m. Okay, and again 12 a.m. Means you can see the people is increasing, and like that you can see the graph, and again it will reduce when the you will reach to the 12 p.m. You will reach to the 10 p.m. If I'm talking about some metro city location like Mumbai and also this will be the general means this type of the graph you can see on the Google Map. So now you can say, okay, means if you are working in the particular store, there you are working as manager, then you can say, okay, I will allocate more people, more manpower in that particular time duration. Okay, I will allocate less manpower in this particular time duration. When I will open, when I need to close. So that entire part is the scheduling part. Okay, and that should be also proper. Then you can manage the entire thing properly, and you will provide the good services to the customer, as well as you can optimize your input, so you will get the good means you can create the good amount of the profit. That is the thing. So managing the inventory, how much amount I need to manage as an inventory. Okay, if you produce, when I talk about the inventory, it is not only about the good and services. Okay, how much good you will store. It is not like that. It is not about the finished good. If I talk about the product based company, suppose, or you are producing some foods. Okay, in that case you need to see how much raw material I need to maintain inside my organization. Okay, how much capital and extra means that is also part of the inventory. Okay, you can consider like that. The main thing is when we talk about the means inventory, generally people consider the how much raw material we need to maintain inside the industry, how much tool which is required in the machinery. Okay, so sometimes breakdown will occur, so some inventory you need to maintain regarding the machinery. So the how much tool related inventory I need to maintain inside the organization, how much machine related inventory I need to maintain inside the organization, which machine you are using for producing that particular good and services. Some inventory should be maintained. Okay, if you talk about the small saloon, they also maintain the inventory related to trimmer, related to blade. Okay, so that is the inventory part. Okay, so you need to manage properly. It is not like that there means requirement is the means for the machine inventory is 2 and 3, and you are keeping the inventory of 50 machine inside the saloon. Okay, trimmer machine, so it is not appreciated. Proper inventory management is required. So if you talk about the big organization, suppose if you produce just assume that this fan again, for that some machine is required, so you will maintain the some extra machine also as a inventory. So sometimes breakdown is occur, your production will not go down, will use the another machine. So like that there is some planning. Okay, if you talk about the for this pen again, some raw material is required, and that particular raw material is should be not like that means in the fixed quantity. You need to manage some inventory. Okay, so smooth production, will be there in the organization. As well as the quality, assuring the quality, how much quality is required, that also you need to assure. Okay, suppose if again I talk about the some organizations, there is the, if I talk about the mobile company, one is the Redmi, as well as the, you can see the iPhone also. Okay, so Redmi is not that much focusing on the quality. Okay, so their main focus is how we can reduce the cost. Okay, so every organization have a different mission. Okay, so the Redmi will decide the quality function, means that is totally different from the Apple. Okay, from the Apple. Okay, so every organization will decide how much quality we need to provide on the basis of their customer focus. Okay, so obviously Redmi customer focus is different compared to the Apple. Okay, so that's why you can say the quality is also the main part. Okay, so when we talk about, and again, if I say about the any organization, they are focusing, this as operation management, you also need to focus on the QQTC. This you should produce the, means right quality which is required by the customer, which is required by the end consumer. Okay, so what quality they require, and they are ready to pay for that quality. Okay, so suppose in the pen, this is the one pen, some customer will buy this type of the pen, some customer will buy this type of the pen. Okay, but you are targeting some customer which is happy to buy the 5 rupees pen, and you are producing the, suppose 70 rupee wala pen. In that case what, in that case you are providing the very high quality, but your customers don't want that much quality. So you need to check what type of the quality your customer requires. So that is the first point. The next is how much quantity you need to produce. The next is the time duration. In a particular time, means in the required time period, can we able to produce that particular thing or not? Okay, so that is the next. And the next is the cost. Okay, so the cost of the product is also plays a critical role. So suppose just assume that I'm producing the, again, pen. Okay, and I'm targeting the customer who ready to buy 5 rupees wala pen. Okay, and suppose I'm actually my organization aim is provide a particular product in a minimum cost, and operation management department focus on the improving the quality. So that will be not appreciated. What is your main aim? What is the business aim? Business aim is provide low means cost product, and you are means your quality is appropriate. Customer not complaining about the quality, but your organization means operation management department focusing more on the quality improvement. So it means what, if you focusing more and which is not required, which quality is not required by the customer, you are focusing more on the quality, then maybe your production capacity will be reduced. That is the quantity part may be reduced. Maybe you are not able to provide all the product on time. Maybe cost will be increased. So that will be not appreciated. In that case, your entire operation management related thing will not means will not appreciate. Okay. The next is decide where to locate the facility. So that is again long-term planning. Sometimes you need to think, okay, I want to provide this particular services, or I want to launch this particular product. So you need to see where I will locate the means facilities to produce the product, or to produce the you can say the services, where I will locate my facilities. Okay, so if I talk about some services, okay, so you will locate, suppose I'm talking about the ATM machine. So you will locate that particular ATM machine where maximum people can visit, and that their utilization of the ATM machine should be proper. That is the one. Okay, if you talk about some manufacturing of this particular product pen, or if you can say the manufacturing of the mobile, so you will locate that particular facility. Like that, you will get easily raw material, you will get the skilled manpower, you will get the machinery easily to produce that particular thing. So means this all the factor you need to consider as operation management department, and then you need to decide where we need to locate these facilities, so we can easily produce that particular product and services, and we can provide on time these services and product to the end customer. So that is the requirement. And these all are the scope of the operation management. There are many more that slowly we will discuss in the coming session. But these are the some main scope of the operation management department in any organization. So till now, any doubt, class? Any doubt?
No, sir.
Okay, okay. Am I audible properly? Yeah. I need to increase the volume. Am I audible now? Right.
Yes, sir, you're audible.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay, okay. Okay, thanks. So now the next means suppose you join as operation manager. Okay, after some time, and in that case, what is the thing is what the operation manager should know. So that is again the part. So you will ask, operation manager can ask himself, okay, in our organization, in my plant, we have proper capacity or not? We can match to the future demand or not? So that is the one question, and that is a part of the operation management. Do I have, if suppose the demand of this particular product is again 10,000, so in that case you will say, you can ask to the question, for in the next month 10,000 demand of this particular product, so do I have a right resources in my organization to produce that 10,000 product? How do I maintain the required quality by the end consumer? How I will maintain in the organization, and how I can improve the effectiveness, or you can say the efficiency of the entire organization. So that is a part of the productivity. How I can improve the productivity of my organization. So this question should be answerable by you. If you work as an operation manager, or if you work in the operation management department, then you should be aware about this question. In my organization, right capacity is available, means all the means we can means we have all the capacity, so we can match the future demand. Okay, so do I have a right resources, all the manpower, skill manpower, machines, all the resources is available in my organization to produce that much good and services? How I can maintain the good quality, okay, in a minimum cost, okay, and how I do to improve the productivity, means in short, you can say the efficiency of the organization, means how I can improve the entire input, which are the manpower, labor, as well as you can say the capital, as well as you can say the energy, as well as you can say there are many more things, okay, as we discussed. So how I can optimally utilize the entire thing, so entire organization efficiency will improve, and that will give the benefits. Okay, even we will discuss some cases also slowly, because this is the introductory part. Slowly you will understand more about the operation management, and operation management skills also you will understand slowly when we go much deep. Okay, so now operation management decision making. Okay, so again, most operation decision involve many alternatives, and you need to check what is the impact of the alternative on the cost, on the profit. Okay, so now again, if I say what is your main aim, your main aim is as an operation manager, your main aim is provide the right quality on, and as well as you should be able to produce the right quantity of product on time with the minimum cost. With the minimum cost, that is the requirement. Okay, in that case, you can generate the good profit in the organization. So now, if I want to produce, I am in the initial stage, and suppose I want to produce this mobile phone. Suppose in I want to produce this pen. This is the this particular thing I want to provide to the end consumer. Okay. So what is the thing is to produce this particular pen? There are many ways. Okay, you will see there are approx 10 to 20 technology available. With the help of that, you can produce this type of the pen. There are also 10 to 20 type of the technology, and the thing is available in the market. With the help of that, you can produce this mobile phone, even mobile phone cover. That thing you can produce. So what is the thing for producing any product, for providing any services? There are a lot of alternatives available inside the market. Okay, lot of alternatives available for producing. If you, I mean, so I'm not going that much in the technical part. You can produce this particular product with the help of some advanced technology like 3D printing and all. You can produce with the help of some traditional technology like injection molding and all. So there are many ways to produce and to provide services. Okay, there are many alternatives available. So the thing is again, which alternative I will choose in my organization? Which alternative is better? Okay, which alternative is better? If I talk about again IT industry, in IT industry you will see because people are good in a Python, so you will use the Python. That is the one for producing the product. Okay, in some country you will see the people are more good in the R. So some country people are more good in the Java. So according to that, you will choose the one alternative. You can produce, you can make the website, you can make the application with the help of the Python also, with the help of the Java also, with the help of the C++ also. Okay, but which alternative I will choose? That is also one example. In this particular thing, I can use means there. If I talk about only material, so I can choose some different plastic. I can choose some metal also. So there are many alternatives available. Which alternative I will choose? So I can provide the right quality. Okay, I can provide the right quantity, means right quantity of product I will produce on time. I will do this entire thing on time and as well as in the minimum cost. So that is the requirement. QQTC. So the best alternative choose, that is also part of the operation management department. And typically operation decisions include what resources are needed and what amount of the resources are needed. So that is a part of the operation management. When end resources is needed, means when you need to complete this particular product and means this particular product related thing and provide to the customer. Okay, so that is also part of the operation management. When should work schedule? When should material and other supply need to order? How work will be done? How resources I need to allocate so optimally all the resources utilized inside my organization, and who will do that particular work. Okay, so you need to allocate the proper manpower. Suppose a particular worker is very good in a particular skill set, so you will allocate that type of the work. Okay, so that entire thing again you will standardize the entire process. Means you need to standardize as a manager. Okay, here lot of the things when I talk about this product, someone will produce this clip, someone will produce this cap. Okay, so someone may be good in the assembly of this particular cap. Someone is very good to making that inside the refill. Okay, so someone is very good to making this particular body. Okay, so you will allocate the work like that as a manager. Okay, so skill set also you will consider inside the worker, inside the means manpower. The next thing you will check. Okay, so this is the one thing, and what is the next? You will check who will do that particular work, and the next point you will standardize the entire thing. Okay, for this assembly, how much time is required? So you have historical data. You will standardize. So, okay, for this assembly required 4 minutes. So according to that, in the entire day, there are approx 500 assembly I require. So that like that you need to give the target to the other department, to the supervisor. Okay, so that thing is possible, and that is also part. That is the planning part of the operation management inside the operation management department. Okay. So I just taken the example from your book, your book Operation Management. That is has a book. I think the same book is suggested by your organization. So I wrote that particular thing in the suggestion. Okay. So in the book it is given. This is the current situation of the one organization. Just assume that this is the current situation. Okay. So in the current you can see the sale of the product is how much here mentioned. It is the 1 lakh. Okay. To produce that particular product and good, how much they invested 80,000. Okay, so what is the gross margin, or you can say the yes, gross margin, that is the 20,000. The finance related cost is invested, that is the 6,000 finance cost. So now what is the your subtotal? 14. And end of the means the day, how much profit you will get? How much profit you will get? 10,500. Means that particular means currently a particular organization XYZ is just the name of this organization, contributing 10,500, contributing 10,500. So now when I talk about any organization, okay, when I talk about any organization, there is the three main thing as we discussed in the last session also, that you can divide entire organization into the three broad part. One is the marketing, one is the operation, and one is the finance. Okay, these are the three broad part, and you can divide entire organization into these three broad part. Okay, now the point is, okay, so now just assume that I'm focusing on the marketing. So this is the marketing option, and I'm doing means a good marketing campaign, and as well as I'm doing means very well in the marketing. Okay, I'm continuously marketing the product and services. Okay, and the marketing team I increase. So now you can see earlier the sales of the product is $1 lakh. Okay, now the sale is 1,50,000. Okay, so 1,50,000 means we increase the sale revenue by 50%. We increase the sale revenue by 50%. So here you can see now earlier their sales is only 1 lakh. Now actual sale is 1,50,000. But if you sell, your sale is increased. It means what? Your production cost will be increased. Means you produce more product. Now earlier the cost of the good is 80,000. Now the cost of the good is 1,20,000. Okay. So what is the gross margin? You can see that is the 30,000. Your finance related cost is the 6,000. Then you can see the 24,000, the subtotal, and after that you can remove the taxes, and the contribution is now increased. Okay, so now you can say the end, you can say the profit of the organization is 18,000 net profit. Earlier it is the 10,500, now it is 18,000. Okay, now again if I see the finance cost, okay, if this is the marketing department, if I focus on the marketing, the contribution you can see increased by the 7,500. Now if I focus in the finance and accounting, you can see I am reducing the finance cost suppose by 50%. Okay, so now the sale is just assume that 1 lakh, 80,000 is the cost to produce those products. The net profit you can say the gross margin is 20,000. After that I will subtract the finance part. Earlier finance is 6,000, now finance is 3,000. Then you can see how much amount, that is a 1,700. Okay, 17,000, I'm sorry. And again the taxes will reduce now because this particular amount. So now you can see the tax is the 25%. So contribution is the 12,750. Okay, 12,750. So again you can say I'm able to increase the sum amount. Earlier it is a 10,500, now 12,750. So I able to increase the revenue, or you can say the increase the profit. Okay, with the help of the with the focusing in the finance department. Now when we talk about the operation management, this is the operation management department. So just assume that I'm selling the same product, the same amount of the product, and there is a $1 lakh is the sale of the particular month, or of a particular time duration. The same I'm considering. But with the help of the means the properly utilizing the manpower, with the help of the properly utilizing the capital, with the help of the properly utilizing the machine, technology, and all things, I'm improving my organization, and you can see that I'm reducing the production cost. So what is the early production cost? 80,000. 80,000. Now I'm reducing that particular cost by 20%. Earlier cost is 80,000 to produce products. Now I'm reducing that particular thing by 20%. Then what is that is a 64,000. So now cost to produce this much product, which are coming to the sale price 1 lakh, that is a 64,000. Okay, if I reduce by 20%, then you can see the gross margin is 36,000. So these are the finance costs. The thing you will get, that is in the subtotal 30,000 minus taxes, the contribution is the 22,500. So now you can see here how much amount you are contributing. You can see 22,500, which is very high compared to the current. Okay, compared to the current. And it's clearly show how much operation management department in any organization is critical, how much it is critical. So I'm not telling you all marketing and finance is not contributing. They are also contributing so much in the any organization, but operation management part is also one of the critical. Okay, so I'm not telling you need to make the career in the operation only. It is again on the basis of your interest. But the thing is, operation management is also one of the very critical part in any organization, because with the help of that, they can increase the profit of the organization. They can increase the revenue of the organization by properly managing the entire operation. Operation means the activity which are required to produce a good and services. So if you manage properly those activities with the help of the operation management department, in that case, you will save a lot of money inside the organization, and you can increase the profit and revenue. That is the thing. So any doubt, class? Any doubt? I think it is more than enough for today. Okay. So if any doubt, you can ask. Any doubt?